Good morning. I am here up at Mount Baker just after sunrise, and today I am doing a scramble. I am going up Coleman Pinnacle, which is this really cool spire on one of the north ridges leading up to Mount Baker. It should be really fun. I'm looking at about 8 miles round trip with 2,000 feet of elevation gain. This is supposed to be a pretty easy class 3 scramble. I brought the helmet just in case I need it, but check out the view starting with amazing. And it's the beginning of August. I'm very fortunate to have clean air up here, so I'm excited to get up, get climbing. Made it to the trail junction for the Ptarmigan Ridge Trail, and this is what is going to take me to the final approach. And gosh, what an amazing trail. I can see the entire route, so I'm going up this, and that pinnacle right here, that is Coleman Pinnacle. Really cool fin on that ridge. And yeah, now I'm in the high alpine where it's going to kind of turn into that kind of moonscape. I'm almost above like where the trees grow. So gosh, Mount Baker looks so cool. But yeah, now I got the summit in my sights, and oh man, it's going to be awesome getting up there. Mount Baker is going to be like right in my face. I'm so excited. Okay, I got a couple more miles to go before the base of the climb. So it has been 2 weeks since I have been out on trail, and that's been personal stuff, and then also wildfire season has just been devastating, and the air quality was horrible, so nothing to be out hiking in. But you know, while I've just been at home going, darn, I'm annoyed I can't hike, other people have, you know, lost their homes, been displaced, or been heavily impacted by like hazardous wildfire smoke. So I'm going to include some links below to donate to help fire relief efforts here in Washington. We're in a drought, and it's just been devastating for a lot of communities across the state, and also just there's so many places of our beautiful backcountry that are burning. So if you can help, support your local community, support your local firefighters, and really don't take any of these places for granted, because things are always changing. But yeah, it feels really good to be out here breathing clean air after a week of heavy smoke. I got the summit of Coleman behind me and Mount Baker that way, and this is where I'm going to be leaving the Ptarmigan Traverse and heading up to the summit. It's only a couple hundred more feet, so I'm gonna be heading up this, cut up this, and then just take this ridge to the summit right there. It doesn't look too bad, so especially the part to gain the ridge really looks pretty gradual, and the views are amazing, and there's a lake down there that I'll get an even better view of once I start climbing, and I'll see if I feel the need to put on the helmet once I get to the ridge. I think I might, looking at the unless there's a boot path, it looks like I'm going to be doing some proper scrambling, so woo! Of Coleman Pinnacle, and that was super fun. Oh my gosh, the ridge scramble to get up here, it is definitely class 3, but that is just so cool. You just come right up the spine, and awesome 360, just crazy views. Mount Baker is massive. I hope the size of the mountain is coming out on camera, because wow, what a volcano. But I am up here, and I am pretty sure that I am the only one who's going to be climbing up this today, so I think I'm going to have some privacy to hang out, maybe try and see a few marmots, enjoy a snack, and some clean air, and also take some pictures. But oh my gosh, we got the wind, there's no bugs, gorgeous mountain, fresh air, awesome summit. Well, it is just beautiful up here, and I will give the tour. It is windy, but I'm very thankful for the wind because this is the wind that cleared out some of the smoke that's been in the area and is making it possible to climb today. So, yay wind! I am going to start with the big star of the show, and that would be Mount Baker. The mountain just feels like it's right in my face. It's amazing. Beautiful glaciers. There's so much color in it. And then, yeah, this is the ridge I came up. So you scramble all up this, you go down, and you cut down there. That down there is a pretty famous tarn. I believe it's called Goat Tarn, I think. In the haze in the distance, you can see Glacier Peak. We got some of the North Cascades. There is still lingering smoke, unfortunately, further east. But you can definitely see Mount Shuxon, which was one of the main views coming up. And then we're coming back around to the Artist Point area. So we got Table Mountain, and then you can actually see one of the lakes on the Chain Lake Sloop. I believe that is Iceberg Lake down there. And then over here we've got Mount Larrabee, American Border Peak, and Tommy Hoy. And then we're coming down the Highway 542 corridor further west. And then also looking down here is just one of the things about Mount Baker is just there's so much color in all of the leftover remnants from past eruptions and stuff. The rocks are just beautiful. And I am on top of this pinnacle, and it is really cool. There's enough space to hang out up here, but it also feels very vertiginous. And I am all alone. It is a weekend in one of the few smoke-free hiking areas right now, but I got the place to myself because I decided I wanted to scramble. So, oh man, really, really cool. And I've seen quite a bit of evidence of goats up here. I've seen stray goat fur and stuff, so I guess the goats also like to do this scramble. But oh my gosh, it has been too long since I have been on top of a mountain. It feels good. Yeah, I'm not in a rush, so I'm gonna keep hanging out and do some sunbathing because finally, I'm not getting eaten alive by bugs. Made it down off the summit and off the ridge, and I ended up doing a glissade down one of the patches of snow because that was easier than going down the way that I came up, except I didn't plan on that, so now my butt is soaked, but that's fine. It's actually a pretty warm day, even though it doesn't look like it. It's pretty humid. And it's definitely in the 80s, so not terrible to get a snow bath, but now I just have to take this pretty cruisy Ptarmigan Ridge Trail back to the trailhead, and the views are going to be awesome the entire way. that was the Coleman Pinnacle, and that was super fun. That was a fun little scramble. I've been thinking about this route for a while, mostly because the pinnacle itself just looks crazy, and you're like, I can climb that, and you can. And the route is really beautiful. Like, it takes the Ptarmigan Ridge Trail right up to the base. And then the ridge scramble itself is pretty tame. There's a couple of moments of exposure. It is pretty narrow in some sections. And there's some loose rock and dirt. So I'd say this is a good, like, beginning, like a good transition one for me, beginner to intermediate. Because it's not that technically difficult, and it's pretty short, but also there's a little bit more going on. It is definitely class 3. And I was glad I brought the helmet just because there is loose rock and stuff. So, and it was just beautiful up there having that little piece of the alpine all to myself. It was a busy day because this is one of the first days we've had out here that has not been socked in with smoke, and that was really nice to get some fresh air. And like I said earlier in the video, I'm going to try to have links below to donate to support people who have been displaced by the fires, mainly the fire in Spokane. And then also, if you are wanting to support trail restoration, because a lot of trails have been impacted by wildfires this year, donating to the Washington Trails Association is always a good thing, because they're the ones who go back in and rebuild things after these kinds of natural disasters happen. It has been a rough couple of weeks for fire here in the Pacific Northwest. So I'm just grateful for every day I get to get out here and see it. My favorite part was probably the wildflowers were crazy. There was so much lupine, I could smell it. There's also just carpets of partridge foot, which is one of my favorite wildflowers. And then I think my favorite view was when I was hiking back out, I turned around, I look at Mount Baker, and I got a shot of this, and I hope it came out. The clouds looked like they were giving Mount Baker wings. It was just awesome. I really hope the pictures came out of that, because that was so cool. But yeah, very grateful to be out again. It had been 2 weeks, so felt really good to get out climbing again. Fun little scramble. Thank you so much for watching, and here are my favorite pictures from the trail today. Enjoy.